And the Blue Bloods, I mean, there's really only so many in the league, right? And so I've got Mississippi State. I could be wrong, right? But I've got Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Auburn, Florida, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kentucky, Vandy, and South Carolina voting against the 9. Now, I don't know what Georgia, Bama, and LSU and Texas or Texas A&M, but I think those other schools would look at it because I think Oklahoma's going to take a massive step back in the real league, Ross. And so do you think I'm off there thinking that many presidents / ADs would get together and say, I don't think we want 9 conference games, even with a $5 to $7 million a year bump?
Well, I think that this is part of the issue they're having, is that there is a wide swath of teams in the league that don't want an extra loss, and that don't want to have to spend money on, as you mentioned, buyouts and firings and stuff, and buying out other non-conference games they have scheduled. So I don't know that it's hard to peg each school and what they would vote, because there's been plenty of waffling back and forth. I mean, there's been several schools that are in the top half of the league, right? That last year around this time were gung ho for 9, and then at the SEC spring meetings in Destin last May, all of a sudden they came into the room and said, "Oh, you know what? On second thought, we like 8." And now, 10 months later, those schools are in a situation where who knows where they're going to vote. They're just kind of waffling, kind of wafting back and forth, kind of floating. And also, let me say this. The proposed 3 permanents for each school, which has been somewhat disseminated to schools, and I put out the projected list.
Sure.
Just best guess. That's impacting views. I mean, you saw what Nick Saban said to me about his disagreement in the proposed 3 permanent opponents for Alabama. That's impacting the way maybe a team would vote if they don't agree on
Sure.
the 3 permanents. All of a sudden, maybe their vote changes.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9 The Zone.